Civilization 6. Civilization 6 officially released in 2016 for PC platforms, but also finally it was released for PS4 on 22nd of November 2019, 3 years later. Well, as they say, better late than never, but this is also the mantra for my review today as well. So I have been swimming in this turn-based strategy game for the past 2 weeks. No reviews, no videos, nothing. Just because I have had battles like no other. Similar to previous installments, the goal for the player is to develop a civilization from an early settlement through many millennia and become a world power, and achieve one of several victory conditions, such as through military domination, technological superiority, or cultural influence over the other human and computer-controlled opponents. Now, to be honest, I have not experienced any of the previous installments. And I know, it's just ridiculous. I'm a caveman. I truly am. At least I feel like one. So I inform you that I can't compare the previous version to this one. Jesus Christ, my cats are nuts. I just want to leave this clip in to let you know what I'm dealing with. So it's really difficult to record while those crazy bastards are running around. So anyways, this here will be purely my experience as a noob to this particular release. So my first impression was great, another board game like hexagonal, turn-based battle simulator. Too complicated for my tiny mind, but I still felt that I needed to learn a bit to be sure about what kind of game this really is. So I learned as I played. So as you begin, you can play against other people, which I wouldn't try at first. Then you can complete... Come on, cats. Come on, cats! Cats! Jesus. So anyways, don't go against other people at first. You can just complete different scenarios given to you. Or my favorite, you can just create your own game with a random map, enemies, resources and victory conditions. I really suggest you to turn the game speed up. Turn it to double. It cuts your building times and turn times in half. I sadly completed a few games which took about 5 days each before finding this option. Silly me. Silly llama indeed. You can also choose the starting era, which determines your research technology amount. Then I would recommend you to turn off the maximum amount of turns. Set it to no limit. Because I have had situations when I'm finally ready to attack my enemy and I lose because of the amount of turns. You know, it just gets filled. A load of shit. Wasted 4 days. My nukes were ready, but in the next turn, So, then you just select your victory conditions, which I love to keep as a domination victory only, and then let the fun begin. I always like to begin in the most barbaric era to have maximum control over the development of my nation and location, of course. Game looks a bit like a cartoon about a toy factory, and I absolutely love it. Choosing the location for your capital is very important. I would try to find a place near water or close to any major resources. As your city gets founded, you can start researching 2 different kinds of skill trees, I would say. Technologies and culture. Both are needed in combination of ruling for inhabitants, armies, trade routes, and so on. Technology mostly opens up new units and buildings, while culture concentrates on bonuses for each one of them, plus allows you to upgrade buildings further. Building your city is important, as it goes without saying. More people means bigger production, bigger interest, which on the other hand means bigger riches that equals more people, and you can already see where it's going. Your city grows slowly, and over time it takes over tiles around it. Those tiles can now be used for building farms and mines, or growing crops. Other players on the map are trying to do the same. That means that soon the conflict will be brewing. You can of course scout your surroundings and meet them. At first everyone seems friendly, but it doesn't take long when you can finally see their real agendas. You can build more settlers to take over more ground as you build your second city and third city, and it's a balance act. It's a real balance act, choosing between fast growth over security, because keeping your army alive costs both precious turns and also while training them, and also coin to support them and keep them alive. You don't only need to worry about ordinary enemies and other cities, but also you need to be prepared against barbarian army, which, might come and tease you if you chose to keep them in your game in the beginning. Getting a strategic overview and positioning your cities is crucial for your success. Everyone keeps growing and taking as much valuable land as possible, and trust me, things can turn bad really quick, especially if you and your enemy both have your eyes on the same precious piece of land. So this is basically the game. Research, grow, expand, build and conquer. But every game is different, and as you begin your game you can also choose your leader. There are about 45 different leaders. Each one of them has their own strengths and weaknesses. Some are better in the beginning, some are better in the end game. Some grow faster, some have cheaper armies. You choose. Everything is possible. So no game is ever the same, and that right here is the main reason why this game is good. And this is why I really like the game. You can come in and start your game and end up in plentiful surprising situations. Trade agreements and backstabbing will start. Getting those precious resources that some may have and you desire. That will lead to a conflict soon enough. You can also play a dick and decline selling your resources and risk the invasion from a jealous shithead. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Now, as mentioned, this game takes time, as you take turns. Depending on the amount of AI enemies, it might take anywhere between 1 to 10 seconds before you can have your turn again. You can basically move every unit once per turn. You can attack or move, usually. Extra bonuses might and may grant extra moves, or even the ability to attack after the move. Upgraded and promoted units will have this opportunity usually as well. You can start constructions under cities or use builders to move or build. Also in the late game you can do both on the same turn. I can't imagine playing this game against other slow people like me. I mean real people. Usually I spend good amount of time planning things out. But AI enemies are very good opponents, and the game usually against 5 of them might take you about 10 hours plus. If you are slow as me, the game can of course end sooner if you play against fewer enemies or on easier settings. Just try to find the right balance. The good thing is that you can always save and load your game and come back to it tomorrow or the next week, it doesn't matter. But regarding the campaign scenarios, you have quite a few of them. That means much. Available on console as well. Aztec, Poland, Viking, Australian, Nubian and few others. That keeps your gameplay fresh and guided. Setting specific assignments and victory conditions, considering the story of course. You progress through eras and find yourself commanding nuclear submarines, starting Mars missions and blasting nuclear weapons onto your enemies. I mean, it's just fun. So in conclusion, if you like strategic games where you have time to make moves and plan ahead, then this game is for you. But if you prefer real-time action and fast-paced decision-making, then this game ain't for you, definitely. But for me, it was relaxing and exciting at the same time, so I give Civilization 6 an 8 out of 10. And I hope that you enjoyed this very delayed review. If you did, hit that like, smash that bell, and if you dare, subscribe as well. I'm Sillyllamaz, and thanks for watching. Till next time. I quickly also wanted to let you know that I need to stretch it out a bit, because YouTube algorithm needs 10 minutes to be relevant in their suggestions. So I will just now dedicate this time to my cats. Please, go ahead.